It's Thursday, April 28th. I went for a good long run today. Did a 77-77, which I felt pretty good about. It didn't require as much of my attention as what I would have used to have thought. I didn't have to concentrate so much. I didn't have to force myself so much. It just kind of happened the less I thought about it. Of course, I've just had more practice at going that far. So, and I don't know about how far I went, just the time. So maybe 8 miles, maybe 9, I don't know. And it doesn't really matter. I just like being out there. I like running. It's like it's my excuse to be out there. And then, this evening we had our Thursday night meeting. And I'm only still just going to the 2 meetings a week. And sometimes just now, before I started, I was like thinking about that I never really know for certain if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing, or am I just being selfish, But then I think about, well, isn't everything selfish in some way? Even when I'm being unselfish, I'm being selfish. And then that's like a whole paradox, and it's like, no, I'm just trying to live a life, and that's selfish. And it can be argued to death. And I was thinking about, I can be sensitive to paralysis, where I don't want to do anything or say anything for fear of doing something wrong or being something wrong, because I cannot attend or be attentive to everything all at the same time. Nor could I ever be, live up to whatever expectations that somebody else has, or live up to their standard, especially not everyone all at the same time, because everybody has all sorts of different ideas about what sort of expectations and standards everybody else should be living up to. And it's not my job to be who anybody else wants me to be. I just can't. I'm just doomed to failure. So I just don't try. And people can think whatever they want to think, or believe whatever they want to believe, and I have no idea. And it's like, yeah, I don't interact with very many people. And I consider it's like, I don't like people, getting angry at me for me not knowing. And it's like, it feels like they think, like I say, it feels like they think that I am the way I am deliberately, not knowing, not understanding, being insensitive. It's like, I'm not being insensitive. I just really, I don't know. And I try to understand, but then I don't understand correctly, or I don't understand fast. And then there's that persecution and punishment and contempt, and yeah. So my dealings with the human race, I don't know. It's a good thing I've gotten used to with practice. Just being okay. I don't have the condition where anything in particular has to happen for me to be okay. And failing that, because I'm going to be moody or cranky or grumpy or upset from time to time. And I guess my best course is to not, let it persuade me and overtake me, where I'm then reflecting that back out. So if I need to, I'll just quarantine myself. Nothing about the pandemic ending means that I can't quarantine myself as much as I need to, because I've been living in quarantine for a long time. So it's like when everybody else, it's like, well, I've been doing this all along. And it's like my actual standard of living did not change very much. I didn't have to all of a sudden not do anything, or not go places. I was already not doing things and not going places. So it's like what's normal to me was relatively unfazed. So now that things are getting back to normal for everybody else, it's like, actually, it's kind of an inconvenience to me, because I kind of liked having the outdoors to myself, because they seem to be afraid of being even outside, because the air outside is different than the air inside. Like they thought that somehow the air outside, you were going to get sick if you didn't have a mask on. And it's like, well, I don't get that close to people. And I thought it was transmissible only from human to human. So it's like, unless it lingers in the air and floats in little pockets of gas, that are stagnant and stationary in the air, it's like, I tend to avoid people anyway. So it's like, I don't know. But, so I guess we had a meeting tonight, and I guess it went okay. And I continue to be an uncooperative rebel or something. I don't know. I seem to be doing okay. And I don't know if that's concerning or befuddling that I am doing okay with other people without their permission or their understanding. Like, I shouldn't be. People are bothered, or at least that's how it feels like from people in recovery, that I am somehow doing okay without their understanding or permission. And I think I'm still talking okay, and representing myself as I am, it's like, so I'm not worried. I think I'm doing better. I'm not as stressed out about other people's opinions of me, and so worried and consumed by public opinion, because I have to live with me all the time, and public opinion is always going to be ever-changing and dubious and fickle, because people want what they want, and they tend to want it the way they want it, and they want it now, and then they want more of it. And if I'm not giving it to them, it's like, and it's never, and whatever I do give, it's never going to be right, and it's never going to be enough. And people just, no matter, and then whatever I do give, people quickly forget, and then they just want more, having so quickly forgotten what was, it's like, I don't think I hold people to these expectations myself, in general. I like people to be themselves, and maybe if people are just being themselves, and part of being themselves is holding other people up to certain standards, and if people don't live up to those standards, then they're just ridiculed and mocked, and need to be around those people or expose myself to those people. Sources of malice and contempt, and I guess the word is bigotry. That if I am not like them, and I don't seek to be like them, then something is wrong with me, because obviously they think that they are the way. But I can never live up to those ideals because I don't, for one, agree with them, and I don't want them. It's like I don't want whatever they've got. I don't want it. No. I'll find what's for me and be glad for what I already have and move from there slowly. So, and it seems to be working. Whether they understand it or agree with it or approve of it or not, I don't need their permission. And if the cost is so high, I don't want their permission. So I'll be me. And I'm going to be anyway. I don't need to punish myself for not being good enough for other people. So I talk the way I talk, I write the way I write, I record the way I record. And as long as I'm my only peer, then if I think it's okay, then it's okay. I make the rules, and there are no rules. But I do have to live in the world and make ends meet and cooperate and compromise. And so, I don't know. It shouldn't be that complicated, but it is. And I don't know, I can try to keep things simple, and I think I do, by not interacting very much with many people. And yeah, it does get lonely, but that's how it is. That is normal to me. I don't know how to live any other way. It's just, it hasn't come up. So, I mean, if I'm doing something wrong, I don't know it. And if I'm doing something right, I have my suspicions. But that's it. I can't prove a thing. The only thing I know is that I'm here. I feel pretty okay. I don't carry around inordinate amounts of stress and grief and worry and guilt. You know, I feel rather free. And yeah, I feel pretty good about that. A lot better about myself than I ever used to on a daily basis. My average, and that's not all the time, of course, but my average, it's like I feel okay. More okay than I ever used to ever feel okay. And then not feeling guilty about that. That's something else. It's like because I realize that not everybody is, you know, like, because I have my days I'm not okay. I have a lot of days I'm not okay. So anytime I'm feeling okay about feeling okay, that's good. And it's because it's not going to last. It's just a moment away from breaking. Unfortunately, my illusions that I live in. But there is substance behind them. So anyway, it's not a, I'm working on it. That's all I can say. The rest, it's all unknown. It's uncharted territory. Tomorrow, I have no idea. But I'll show up for it, with or without my knowledge of what's going to happen. So, anyway, I guess that's it. I should probably go get a little bit of a nap in before heading out into the world.